Here the opponent is forced to try to bust my cage by overpowering one of the corners and running inside. Although it looks really serious right now, even doing this the ball carrier is completely safe. He can't be attacked this turn and the other allies are there to block for him. I can use them to hand the ball off to them in case things get really bad, and they have plus assist. In this case, the opponent has 2 players in my zone, and I have at least 4 to deal with anything he could do to me. Because of this weak skill in this player, and attempting to go for it and run too far, it submits him to an injury roll, which promptly submits him into the infirmary. My key focus at this point is to repair my cage by blocking the ball carrier, and placing them back into that really careful X formation. Depending on the available allies, you may want to call more over to give you additional aid. Unfortunately, I couldn't knock him away, and I was forced to block him. This keeps the opponent in my cage. If possible, try to always push the threat away if you have multiple dice rolls that you can use. Almost every block this turn is awful, but, at least I'm able to keep him away from the ball.
Oh, brilliant side kick to the face. Let's see that again in slow motion.
The referee's guild has decided to hire a bodyguard for each game.
Another brilliant idea. And just how effective will one bodyguard be against a stadium full of supporters?
True, could be a bit one-sided.
Yep, upside down. That's one.
They made a huge error here. That easy mode bot. More awful double rolls, starting to sense a theme here, guys. About here is when I begin to feel really stuck, and I'm kind of looking for a way out to get my ball carrier free. I'm not able to pass because of the horrible, horrible skills that they have.
I bet that hurt. Good job his nose got in the way.
Yeah, otherwise he'd have got it full in the face.
Looks like there was some bad blood between those two, eh, Bob?
Yeah, Jim. Something to do with swapped body parts.
And here you can see the majestic troll dice god rearing its motherfucking head.
Reminds me of when I took Griff to bits in the '91 final against Reichland.
Oh, yeah. You kneecapped him.
The Blood Bowl annals are littered with the stories of teams who've gone bust.
Tip number 3. Should I stay or should I go?
Bribery on the rise?
One of the most favorite tactics of mine that I like to use with the cage is what I like to call the fake cage prison. It's what makes my tactics a little bit different, I think, and a lot of people that I've seen apply the cage tactic, they kind of like to stay safe in their cage and apply steady pressure by slowly pushing people out before making a run for it. And it works really well with some of the slower teams like Doors, but in my eyes, I see there comes a time, especially during fighting against a really bashy team like this, that they keep hammering away at your cage and you get stuck, right? You might have to decide whether or not you're going to stick through or whether you just take your ball carrier and you run. You just run for it, taking whatever available units you got for backup and the other team. The brilliance of this is they're so deep in your defense now, it acts like a trap kind of prison and it sticks them in it, and they're unable to run away with you after the ball. It's one of my favorite plays with heavy running teams, especially. Seeing the potential path and knowing the exact timing of the trap is key here, and it's actually really easy to end up backfiring. However is right. You can see the timing actually backfiring on this trap as the guy luckily dodges all the dodge zones in front of him. Tip number 4, always pick up your teammates before starting a turn. It's always a free action that has no risk at all. If you end up turning it over, they're pretty much useless as a rock on the ground if they're sitting there on the floor, not able to do anything. And the entire reason I bring up this tip at all is because during this entire turn, I don't even pick up my guys, so, it's okay. If you make the mistake, if a veteran like me makes a mistake, it's okay for you guys to make it, but it is important. Make sure you know that. Having the, one or two guys lifted off the field, ready to go, that can make all the difference in the world. And once again, luck is not on my side. My attack fails due to the chaos ability that can stop an attack that is rolled really bad. At this point, I'm never going to finish this video if I keep stopping the video to point out all the shitty rolls that I make. Or maybe not. Did you see that? Did you roll that back one more time? Lady Luck just rolled for me, baby. He knocked my player out, and luckily my Black Orc, which by the way has some of the worst agility on my entire team, managed to actually catch it in mid-air. Oh my god. Black Orcs are being boss right now. By the way, tip number 5. Try to push your opponents to the sides of the field. A direct hit of any sort will always send them off the field, pending the crowd and issued beatdown. This is essential to taking out key players that are too tough for you to injure alone, keeping them off the field. Pushed away roll, just that is enough to get them out of your hair, so really important to take advantage of that when you see the opportunity. Okay, right now I have a crazy plan in store here. In only 2 turns, I'm going to get my slow-ass Black Orc halfway across the entire field for a touchdown while he's already covered by 2 players with no re-rolls to start over my dice rolls. The next 2 turns can only be described as crazy awesome. Here I actually manage a 2 agility dodge, and I have to go for it twice. I'm actually now counting out the spaces, and I'm looking at my movement allowance. This next play has to be seen to believe. I'm just going to watch right here in silence.
Just look at the fans. They're red hot. A majority of supporters reckon that the league should take measures to prevent the small minority of peaceful fans from watching a match from the terraces.
They've got a point. If they don't want to join in the fun, they might as well stay home and watch it on cable vision.
Things are hotting up.
There it is. That's right. A Black Orc touchdown for a 1-0 score. Look at that. Even the Dino can't believe that. Guys, I want you to stay tuned for the final part of this crazy game. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time.